Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to create a Christmas card using my Big Shot and my Festive Flurries stamp set and framelits. I'm going to start off by creating the snowflake images that I'm going to die cut. I have my Versamark watermark stamp pad. I'm going to create two snowflake images and I'm going to emboss them, which I haven't done on a video tutorial before. So I have my embossing buddy and I rubbed it over the area that I'm going to stamp, and that's so that my embossing powder won't stick anywhere other than where it's supposed to stick. So I'm going to stamp the smallest snowflake image from my Festive Flurry stamp set, and then I'm going to do the second smallest image, ink it up really well with the Versamark, and then stamp it down. And then I'm going to bring in my silver embossing powder, and I'm going to sprinkle some embossing powder over top of the images that I stamped. Just need a little bit more over here. And then I'm going to shake off any excess I have into my tray. There we go. Move that out of the way. And you can see that I have two snowflake images. Now I'm going to bring in my heat tool and I'm going to emboss them. My heat tool nice and hot first. There we go. I can see that it's changing color. The embossing powder is melting, and you can see it if you've got a good light source shining on your cardstock. There we go. So now that I've got my two snowflakes created and embossed, I'm going to bring in my Big Shot and die cut them and complete my card. Now that I have my snowflakes stamped and embossed, it's time to prepare my card. I'm going to do a white on white card because it'll make the snowflakes stand out and look gorgeous. So I have my card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored on my Simply Scored at the 4 1/4 mark, and that creates the base. And then I have a layer that I've cut 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to use my Big Shot and Stylish Stripes embossing folder to add a little bit of detail to the background. So I've got my Big Shot, my platform. I'm going to put my platform on tab 1. I've got my bottom standard cutting pad. I've got my folder with my cardstock, my top standard cutting pad, and I'm going to run that through the Big Shot. And there we go. I've got my stripes ready to attach to my card front, and I'm going to do that just using some snail adhesive. You can determine which side of the embossed image you want to put on your card front and which direction you want your stripes to go. There we go. And now I'm going to bring in my magnetic platform and my Festive Flurry framelits, and I'm going to die cut out my snowflakes. I'm going to try and do 2 at one time. We'll see if that works. So I've got my small framelit around my small embossed snowflake, and then the next size up around this one. And then I'm going to put on my top standard cutting pad very carefully, and then run it through the Big Shot to die cut out my snowflakes. I like the magnetic platform because it holds my snowflakes in place with the framelits on top, and seldom do I make a mistake. and have them slide. Whoops. All right, and then I'm going to use a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of the small one to hold it on to the medium size one, like so. And then I am going to put another, maybe a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my medium size snowflake and put it on the center front of my card, like so. And then I would like to do a phrase layer. So I have the Hostess stamp set that's called Warmth and Wonder. With a $150 order or more, you can earn this stamp set for free. And I'm going to use the Christmas greetings phrase. And since I use sort of my silver, I'm going to do a basic gray stamped phrase. I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it down. That's a bit crooked. Let me turn it over and try it again. There we go. That's much better. Even demonstrators make mistakes. And I'm going to adhere that to the front of my card. Down here, like so. There we go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is bring in some silver glimmer paper. And I'm going to adhere a strip of the silver glimmer paper towards the bottom of my stamped phrase. And you can just use a bit of snail adhesive on the back because it's got a paper backing on it. And that will hold it in place. I'm just going to move my phrase down. Just didn't feel like it was quite straight. And then the last thing I'm going to do to complete my card is add the silver glimmer paper like so. And there we go, a quick and easy and beautiful Christmas card to mail to somebody special this holiday season. For a complete listing of the supplies and the measurements I used to make this Christmas card, please hop on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. It's free to join, and I send out lots of ideas each month. I also have a 12 weeks of Christmas promotion, which is an extra newsletter that comes out every Wednesday for 12 consecutive weeks, showing you all sorts of Christmas ideas. You can place an order for the supplies I use to make this card. You can ask me a question, or you can check out my clubs and classes. Some are virtual online for those of you that live long distance in the United States. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.